This morning, I woke up, weighed myself at 212, and I was pretty disappointed because I was 212 2 days ago. And then I decided to use the facilities, if you know what I'm talking about. Put myself back on the scale, and I'm down to 211.6, I think. I just remember 211, which was fantastic. Hey, this is why I always tell people weigh yourself after you take, after you use the facilities in the bathroom because it's going to make a difference. I basically dropped a whole pound and I just peed. Imagine if I too, actually let out some air. Don't know how that equates to some more weight, but that's what happened. Anyways, it's early in the morning. I had to go do my morning cardio. I'm thinking 30 minutes. I'm starving today, man. I'm hungry. So I think 30 minutes is to go to, and then no, maybe 25. And then after my workout today, I'll do another 25, kind of doubling up on my cardio, splitting it in half so it's easier to do. Something I've been thinking about for the past couple of days, instead of like doing a whole on 45, 50-minute cardio, I split it up, go back down to 25 for two sessions instead of one session, and then increasing it to 30 minutes. That way I'm doing a full hour. Right now I'm doing 45-minute max. So I think jumping up to a full hour is going to be very beneficial, but we'll see what happens. But right now, 30 minutes, and then we'll take it from there. Meal of the day, and guess what it's going to be? Ground beef that I made last night. Here's the downside about this ground beef that I'm about to eat. I made it around 1 o'clock yesterday, left it out on the counter until 5 o'clock, 4 hours. And that's not the big deal here. The big deal here is I left it uncovered, just kind of like this, just so the steam and the heat can basically dissipate over a little while. So then I could just put it in the fridge. And well, we have a cat here, and I'm pretty sure the cat got into my beef. It's also probably the reason why he threw up this morning when I got home from cardio. So I have no proof. I'm hoping that he didn't get in it, but I'm pretty sure he did. I need food. I'm gonna eat it. I have to. Knox, you cannot have my beef. Stop asking for it, man. Put it in there for about a minute, and I also need to get my kinders. So this morning I weighed myself, right? Got on the scale, and the scale, what did it say again? Let me look it back up. Damn, I can't. I weighed myself twice. Oh, that's what it was. All right, so on 4/8, I weighed 212, lowest so far, and then on 4/9, I went back up and weighed to 213. Right. This morning when I weighed myself, I went down to 212. Wasn't happy about it, but you know what I did? I sat down, pooped a little bit on the toilet, let some air out, peed, and put myself back on the scale, and I went from 212 to 211.6. I dropped, I don't know, maybe a pound, 0.6 pounds, 0.5 pounds, a decent amount, which just shows you, like, if you're gonna weigh yourself, be consistent with when you weigh yourself. I always tell people, weigh yourself after you use the restroom. And this is exactly why you got to weigh yourself after you use the restroom. And the only reason I did it today was to see if, like, is there actually going to be a difference today if I weigh myself before and after? And I wanted to test it out. And guess what? There was. So next time you think about weighing yourself, weigh yourself in the morning before you have any food, before you have any liquids. And if you have to, because you have to take some medication, like I do, have a little bit of water, only take the necessary amount, or if you can, wait until after you weigh yourself. But with me having thyroid issues, I get severe headaches, and I just feel like complete crap if I don't have my medication. It may not be the same for you, but if you can wait just a little, a few minutes to weigh yourself and then come back after you poop and everything, let everything out, you don't add anything new to your body, you're going to get like a decent weigh-in, and you stick with that same routine, you're going to see the numbers drop. The only times the numbers are ever going to go up is because you might have had a late meal the night before, That's usually when I have spikes. Is like I get home from the gym, I'm starving, I'm hungry, I still have a few calories left over, and I make myself something. Usually by like 7, I don't eat anymore after 7, and that's not for a specific reason. It's just around 7 is when I go to the gym, and I'm at the gym until like 9 or 10, and I usually get ready to go to bed, and then I call it a day. I don't need to eat anything, but there's a few times where like throughout the day I'm not really hungry. I'm just busy, and then I don't eat as much, at least all my meals. So like I got to eat something to make up for it at night. That way I'm good. And sometimes the skill goes up, and that's okay because I know that's what ended up happening the night before. And I'm not playing with my own feelings here. So it's just some variables you got to switch, play around. One of the other variables that I want to play around with is instead of one session of 45 minutes of cardio and maybe 1 hour of cardio, I'm splitting it up into 2 sessions, 25 and 25. That way I have more energy throughout the day. I'm not being run down by an hour of cardio or 45 minutes of cardio. I have a little bit more energy. And then after my workout, I could do the other half and just kind of run myself at the end of the day, when it's time for me to go to bed. That way I'm conserving some energy for my lifts. I'm getting, leaner. I'm losing more fat by the day. That's good beef, man. Knox, I hope you didn't eat this shit, man. I don't want your fucking whiskers in here, man. What else was I gonna say? Man, I don't know, but we got 50 days left, man. 50 days left out of 90. That means what? 40 days have already gone by. 40 days, and I've lost, give or take, 20 pounds, So if we divide that, how much is that per day? So 40 days, to divide that by 20 pounds. Apparently that's 2 pounds a day, which I don't think is accurate. I think I might have, is it 20 pounds divided by 40? 0.5 pounds a day. I think that's accurate. I think I just did the numbers backwards. So I'm not the best at math. I understand how to do math, but when it's time to plug in some numbers, I don't know which one should go first or last. And that's sometimes my issue. Thank God we have ChatGPT and stuff like that, but 0.5 pounds a day, that's, on paper, that's what happened. In reality, that's not what happened at all. There's a few days where I lost maybe 0.2. And then there's other days where I didn't lose any weight for like 4 days. And then out of nowhere, bam, a drop by like a pound. Like your body isn't going to lose weight every single day. It wants to keep you at where you're at. So you just got to keep changing the variables when it's the right time to continue to lose weight. One of the variables, like I said, that I'm going to be changing is when and how long I'm doing my cardio. Instead of 45 minutes, maybe do an hour, maybe 50 minutes into 2 different sessions of 25 or 30 minutes in the morning and after my workout. That's just one of the things. The other thing that you need to change is like your macros. Your calories are going to stay the same, but like maybe you carb up a little bit more one day, and then the next like 5 days you have more protein, and then you do another carb up, just a little bit, have more carbs than normal, and then again focus on protein. So that's what I've been trying to do. Actually, as far as my macros goes, I don't really think I've been tracking too closely at the macros. It's mainly been the calories, and that's been working out for me. Let me tell you why. If I focus on the macros and just try to have more protein than I do carbs, there gets a point where I don't feel good because my body needs carbs, right? Like I'm craving it. I don't feel good at all. Like I feel like I want to vomit, but I don't have anything in my stomach to vomit. And like I end up eating more carbs than I really need to. I don't know if it's just a me thing. Could be happening to you too, but I try to focus more on my protein for sure. Like that's why I'm always eating my chicken, my beef. And carbs are the last thing that I try to focus on, but like every once in a while, in an unscheduled day, like I have more carbs than I probably had this whole time. Like 2 days ago, I went to my parents' place. I had whatever my mom made, which was refried beans, just that. Wasn't able to measure it, but like I knew, all right, cool. I'm gonna have this. I'm gonna be carving up. Let me back off on everything else I'm gonna be eating. And then I got home here after the gym. My girlfriend made a meal that also had more carbs into it. And that was fine, you know. I woke up the next morning, weighed myself, and I'm pretty sure I went down. I might have gone up. I think that's when I went up to 213 again. But again, I also had a late meal. You know, it's what happened. The next day, you know, normal day. Yesterday, my nephews came over. My girlfriend made them some spaghetti. I had a couple bites of it, even though I wasn't really trying to. But like, you know, how can I say no? You know. So I had like a small bowl, nothing I was able to measure, but I just had something just to add to my meals. And then she also made an actual meal for us that I'm able to track. On paper, I'm pretty sure I went over by a few hundred calories, you know, maybe 200, not by a lot. But this morning I went down. You know, I didn't eat in moderation. I had a bite or two, just try things out, and I was fine. Sick with everything else. Now, that was like a 0.5%, not really a fuck up because I hadn't fuck up. It was more like something to do to satiate me because I was hungry until I was able to actually eat what my girlfriend's gonna make us. And I mean, I was happy with that, you know. So if you want something, don't deprive yourself. Have a bite, maybe two, but depending on what you're eating, don't eat the whole thing. There's a couple instances where you might be able to eat the whole thing if you can fit it in your calories. For example, right now, I can go buy some Krispy Kreme donuts. Apparently, each glazed donut is 190 calories. I can fit that in. I can have a donut right now and still meet the rest of my calories. Is it the best move? No, but like if I was really craving one, I could have one. Hell, I can cut it in half and have half of it and bring down the calories to like 105. As long as it can satiate me, you know? The thing is just like you want to control your variables and change them when necessary. And if I needed some carbs, I can go ahead and go get a donut or two. If I was feeling, you know, sick, like those days that I do feel sick. Lately, I'm glad it hasn't happened, but at the beginning of this Project Apps, it was happening. And I was like, damn, why am I feeling like this? I think I need carbs. I mean, it may not be the carbs. It might just be that I'm so low in energy and in calories that I'm like, I need something. I need to stack up. So I try to avoid it by just having carbs, and it's been helping. It's been working, you know. So I gotta finish this because it's cold now. Yeah, put this back in the microwave. Last time I had a chin chest, I was able to do 3 plates on this machine right here. And we're about to find out if I'm able to do that again. I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, thankfully I have it tracked. I think I did 5 reps with 3 plates. I'm still warming up. I got 2 plates and a quarter. And then after this one, we're gonna see how this feels and then add up the last plate. Just heavy. That's all right. Let's go ahead and add the last plate on here. The tracker says I did 5 reps, and then for the second set I did 2. So let's see if I'm able to do at least 5 again. And then this time I'm going to end up doing more than 2 sets. If I remember correctly, last time I did more than 2 sets, but I was working on those wraps, the elbow wraps, which I didn't like. At least for this machine, I've only used them here. They're probably nice and handy if I knew how to use them. But there are 2 tied my elbows from this starting point right over here. Now let's go, 5 reps. Oh fuck. 5 reps is not happening. Holy shit, man. That fourth one, I had to fucking work for that one. God damn. Feels pretty good though. That's a good start. Here we go. Set number 2, right? Let's go. God damn, that's not happening, man. Even though I'm not able to do more reps, that's fine. You know, I am in a caloric deficit, and I'm technically trying to improve my weight here, and that's just like a not impossible thing to do, but it's just gonna be more difficult with the less food that I have. You know, so I'm gonna take the punches, you know, pretty close to what I did, but this time I'm gonna do more sets. You know, trying to make up the fact that I am pretty weak with this new weight. I'm hoping today can be a quick workout because I still got my 30 minutes of cardio to do. Second portion, and I got to do abs. So I'm thinking I do abs next, move on to a tricep exercise, and then do another chest, triceps, maybe another ab exercise, you know, and then cardio. I think that's the plan. We'll see how things end up going as I move around, but for now, that's the plan. Come on. One more. Oh. Not sure how, but that time I was able to do 5. Wasn't able to do it for the first working set, but hey, that fucking counts either way, man. Let's put that in the tracker. Let's go ahead and move on. I don't know if I said I was going to train triceps first and then abs, but I'm doing abs and then triceps now. Oh, fuck. Man, those last like 5 reps, I feel I'm very deep in my abs. I really wish abs were something they could do like lower reps. Uh, and you know, at times you can, but it is fucking exhausting having to train type 1 muscle fibers, man. It really is. Oh, oh man, that is working out my core more than anything else I've done. Oh my god, I feel it. All right, I'm gonna do 2 more sets, but you're gonna see me go to the next machine. So this is something I haven't done. I said I was gonna do triceps next, but a lot of the tricep machines I wanted to use they're all used. So I got to realize, oh, this is light. Let's try 60. It's been a while since I've done this. Oh, my shoulder. Fuck. I really need to go back to training my shoulders again. I need to work on my shoulder flexion here, or flexibility, mobility, whatever it is, because I can't move my arm further back. Like this feels uncomfortable. You can't really tell, but it feels really uncomfortable. And I think it's one, the way I sleep, because I sleep on this side, like this. Bed's on this side, and most on my desk all like for a good 10 hours. You know, either on my keyboard or playing some video games from time to time. It's just
It's not good for me, so I gotta really work on my shoulders. So should I go ahead? Yeah, let's fuck it. Let's go ahead here. Let's do another set. Fuck. Unfortunately, the cables are still being used up, which is fine. You know, people got to get their workouts in as well. So, moving on to chest, triceps, they're ready to get done. It's just a matter of what time. Going heavier is not happening. Oh, fuck. Let's go back down to 160. Come on. Fuck, that's not happening either. I guess I'm doing tension drop sets here. Fuck. Dude, what the hell? God damn it. I'm really trying to do a fucking rep, but I can't. Oh. Is there something wrong with this? Like, there's absolutely no reason why I can't do a fucking rep here. All right. I gotta move on. I can't fucking do a fucking rep. All right, here we go. Oh. I think these are always gonna be fucking difficult. Like I'm lighter and they're harder to do. Like the contraction, just to hold my own weight is harder. It should be easier because I should have gained some strength by now. But it's just hard to do. I get the fact that I'm like low energy overall, you know, lower carbs or lower calories. Pretty carved up from today. But damn, it's fucking difficult. I got a few more sets to do, but I'm not using my normal tripod, so I got to get this off. So in case somebody needs to use this machine over here, because I literally have my camera hanging from a machine. It's like upside down with a fucking bat right now. So I'm gonna take it off, finish off my sets, and I have one more tricep exercise, and I got to do my 30 minutes of cardio. Oh no. So I did my tricep exercise like I said I was going to do. I just didn't record it because I was trying to bam them out. I did single arm tricep pushdowns, and it went from one arm to the other. And little rest period. Like the only rest period I got was like just switching from the other arm, and I think it was very effective. I don't know how many sets I technically did, because I was just going back and forth until I couldn't do any more. I think it was like 3 or 4 sets, but I mean, it was just kind of repetitive just to do it. I thought I should have gotten here sooner, but I didn't. That's my fault. But at least I'm on the treadmill now. I got 30 minutes to do. Well, technically 25. I'm doing 50 first, and then after I do 50 for a while, I'm gonna go up to an hour. And I did 30 this morning, so I technically only need to do 20 minutes. I'm probably going to do more than that just because. Why not? You know. But hopefully this works out. I also tried something else today and that was doing like 3 sets instead of 4 sets through I think almost every single exercise that I did, just to kind of break things down, do a little bit less, and then see how my body reacts to that. I'm probably only gonna do that for like the next couple workouts, and just like I said, see what happens. Might be good, might be bad. I don't know. I'm hoping it's good, uh, but we'll see. Man, we'll see how it actually turns out. I'm gonna finish this 25, maybe 30 minutes cardio, and then just start scrolling on TikTok so I can get this done, and just completely forget that I'm walking. I do like this treadmill more than I do than the one in my apartment gym. It's a lot smoother. I really need to start using my 16 milliliter lens because this thing's so zoomed into my face. Like my face is so big, it's covering the whole screen. Excuse me. Today's workout was pretty solid. Like I said, I switched things up a little bit. Only did 3 working sets. I think for everything that I did today, there might have been one that I did maybe 4 sets, maybe two. But I just want to give something different a try. Do a little bit less to see if I get more in return. Um, I don't know if that's going to be the case because normally I try to do like 12 working sets per muscle group, and today I did a lot less than that, like a lot less. I did what, 2 tricep? No, I only did 1 tricep exercise. Shit, fuck, I only did 1 tricep. I did 2 chest, and then I did a shoulder exercise for the first time in a while. Yeah, I mean, overall, I did a lot of work, but I didn't do as many sets per muscle group uh, as I normally do. Like I was supposed to just do 3 less overall, not almost half. Which time was running out. I wanted to get in, get out, and I got there later than I should have. That's my fault. And also I had 30 minutes of cardio to do, which honestly, when I got to like 15 minutes, time went by so quick. Well, actually, from 0 to 15, that time went quick. When I realized, I was like, wow, like, is this even correct? There's no way I just spent 15 minutes on here already. But I did. I don't know how that happened, but I did. I mean, that was good. I ended up going to 30 minutes just because it was like, all right, this is nothing. So, I mean, I got a good hour in today. That's a good start. Um, I'm kind of disappointed about my not doing as many sets as I normally do, or even what I intended to do, because I should have done my dumbbell bench press, and I should have done my other tricep exercise, the overhead tricep extensions. But I think what threw me off was when I wanted to do something, somebody was using it, so I was improvising, and I think that's what threw me off. Because in my app that I have that I develop, I don't have everything in order. That might be something I need to add where the exercises that I want to do are like numbered 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know how I will implement that just from a simple thought that I'm having like right now. It might be something I need to have ChatGPT help me out with. Um, but I think that's something I need to add in there so that way I'm not missing something, uh, you know. And I also like to do my exercises in the exact same order. That way, if I'm losing my energy in the same pattern as past behavior, so that way one number just doesn't randomly jump up. I might randomly switch them from time to time if it's something that I want to focus on. Um, let's say I wanted to focus on the pec deck more often, so I might move that to the front for a few weeks, just to get over a hurdle. Get over a hurdle. I nah, fuck, you can't say the word anymore. Get over a tight spot and improve. And then, switch it back after I get over that tight spot. But hey, thank you for watching. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe and hit the playlist right after that to continue watching Project Abs. Thank you for watching again. I appreciate it. I'm down another pound right now. I'm about to go upstairs. I'm gonna see if I can make myself a protein shake. If not, I'm gonna have a PB&J. I might go over by 100 calories, but I think I'm okay. I think I'll be fine for today. If I have a PB&J, if I have a protein shake, I know I'm gonna wake up early in the morning and not hit like a new low weigh-in, and that's gonna be fine because I know I'm eating late. If I have a PB&J, there's still a possibility, but the protein shake is thick and more volume than the PB&J. So there's some give and take. Some things you got to think about when you're trying to weigh yourself the next morning. How late are you eating? If I eat something right now, there's a chance I'm not gonna be at a new low end. And there's a chance I'm gonna be higher. So the same thing might happen to you if you're weighing yourself late at early in the morning and you eat something at night. Don't stress about it. Just think about if that's what you did, and if you did, that's all right. Uh, but I gotta go in there, man. I'm like hungry. I gotta stop talking. Thank you for watching it. If you haven't already, subscribe and hit the playlist. Thank you again. I gotta stop talking.